The intricate web of European royalty, woven over centuries through strategic marriages and dynastic alliances, connects numerous reigning and formerly reigning houses across the continent. Within this complex tapestry, the Brazilian imperial family, established following independence from Portugal, also forged links, creating historical blood ties, albeit distant ones, with the British royal family. Examining these connections based on genealogical records and historical analysis as of April 24th, 2025, reveals a shared heritage rooted in the broader European context rather than close, direct modern kinship. Brazil's integration into this network began decisively with its own monarchs. Emperor Dom Pedro Further's marriage to Archduchess Maria Leopoldina brought the influential House of Habsburg-Lorraine into the Brazilian imperial orbit. His son, Emperor Dom Pedro II, continued this strategic European linkage by marrying Princess Teresa Cristina of the Two Sicilies, connecting Brazil to the powerful House of Bourbons. The most crucial union for the lineage of current Brazilian claimants, however, was the marriage of Pedro II's daughter and heir, Princess Isabel, to Prince Gaston of Orléans, Count of Eu. Prince Gaston belonged to the French House of Orléans, itself closely related to other major European dynasties. This marriage established the House of Orléans-Braganza, the family name carried by descendants who maintain claims to the defunct Brazilian throne today. Through these marriages and subsequent unions entered into by later generations of the Orléans-Braganza family with members of other European royal and noble houses, including branches of the Portuguese Braganzas, the Bavarian royal family, Wittelsbach, and French aristocracy, the Brazilian imperial family became firmly embedded within the extensive genealogical network of European royalty. This inherently means they share numerous distant common ancestors with the British royal family. House of Windsor. Genealogical tracing reveals shared lines extending back many generations, often converging through figures common to many European houses, such as descendants of Queen Victoria or earlier links via German princely states from which many dynasties, including the British Windsors, via Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, emerged. This shared pool of ancestry is characteristic of the interconnectedness of historical European ruling elites. It is essential, however, to understand the nature of these ties. Despite the demonstrable shared ancestry deep in the past, there have been no direct marriages between the principal lines of the Brazilian imperial family, Orléans-Braganza, and the modern British royal family. The Windsor line descended from King George V. In recent history, i.e. 20th and 21st centuries, that would create close, immediate blood relations. The connection is not one of contemporary first or second cousins, as might exist between some currently reigning European monarchs who share more recent common grandparents or great-grandparents. The Brazilian and British royal lines represent distinct branches that diverged considerably following the establishment of the Brazilian Republic in 1889. In conclusion, the blood ties connecting the Brazilian imperial family and the British royal family are primarily historical and indirect. They stem from Brazil's 19th century integration into the complex web of European dynastic marriages. While genealogical paths confirm shared distant ancestors centuries ago, making them distant cousins in the broadest sense, they remain separate families with distinct trajectories in the modern era, lacking any close recent kinship. The Channel of Brazil, your window onto the Brazilian socio-political landscape.